Looks great.
Yes.
Hello, welcome.
Hi there.
Hi.
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 Thanks for joining. Where are you joining us from?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Just near Toronto, Canada.
Oh, probably from our friends there. Who told you about it?
Google.
Yeah.
I did some searching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great. We'll just wait for people. We're waiting for people to join.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How old are your kids?
My children are 9 and 12. So when we are in Tamarindo this summer, they're going to be 10 and 12.
And okay, that is great. Last year we have two families from Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but from Montreal.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
My girls were 10 and 13 this past year. So.
Excellent. And they'll be coming along.
We're not going this summer, I don't think, but we've gone twice, so and that's why, and we'll probably go again next year.
Lovely.
Like every other year kind of thing. We're doing something else this summer. I don't know if I told you that, Massi, yet.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the second time that Janine is with us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm Massi, and there is my name, and there is Laura, my wife, as well.
Hi, Laura.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
And have you been in Costa Rica before?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time in Costa Rica.
Ah, good. Where?
We usually go down near Dominical.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been to a number of different places, but we go very often. And I wanted a camp, but it seems like the only camps are in like the Guanacaste area that match up with North American summer. So that's why we've chosen specifically to go to that area this summer so that the kids can do some camps.
Okay. Yeah. That is good. And your interest for Spanish?
Yeah, well, we go to Costa Rica very often, and the intention for my husband and I is to retire there. So the kids will be spending a lot of time there.
Okay, that is great. Yeah, you surfers? You go to Dominica?
Well, my kids take lessons. So my son is pretty good, and my daughter, she's okay. But my son is interested and he likes it. And my daughter is very interested in nature and animals. So together it suits everybody.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just give everybody maybe 5 more minutes, Massi, and then we can jump in and people can join, I think. Yeah? What do you think?
Yeah.
Hi, Erin. Hi, SD Walsh. What's your name?
Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. Where are you coming from?
So we are in Duluth, Minnesota.
All right. And who told you about our gathering?
So I talked with and I forget his name, the person who owns
with Dana?
Yes, Dana, exactly.
Oh,
and
okay,
so
good.
yeah, he just looped me in because we're thinking about going. I've got some work to do in Costa Rica this summer and thinking about bringing along the family with me. So vamos a ver.
That sounds great.
Great.
Yeah.
Welcome, Erin. Welcome, Katie. Welcome, Samantha. Get started shortly. Just waiting for a few more people to join.
Okay, there's my name.
I don't know if people want to put in the chat where they're coming from, if they don't feel like turning on their cameras, but it's nice to see from people from all across North America. I'm coming from California here, so Toronto. What else we got? Katie, where are you?
Hey dear, sorry, I was trying to find the chat.
Okay.
I am actually in North Carolina.
Oh, wow, look at this. New Jersey, Minnesota, Connecticut. All over. I love it.
Oh, wow. Katie, where are you in North Carolina?
In Raleigh.
Oh, I used to live in Raleigh.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
It's a great spot.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we'll be in Winston-Salem visiting family over Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I grew up in Winston, actually.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. I was born and
What?
raised there.
Oh, see, my husband's from Winston-Salem. So where did you go to school?
I went to for high school. I mean, I guess that's kind of what Miss. I went to Mount Tabor.
Okay. Yeah, and I forget
Yeah.
the name. I forget the name of his high school. I would remember it if it was the same one.
Yeah.
Oh
It's a
gosh.
great spot. But yeah, I've been in Raleigh pretty much. My parents were both born and raised in Raleigh and their parents. So anyway, landed here and I felt like home pretty soon after, but Winston's an awesome. It was a great spot to be raised. So.
Oh yeah, I love it.
All right, Massi, should we get started and then people will join, or you want to wait a little bit longer?
I think we should start for respect of the people that are
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, hi, welcome, Liz. We're just putting in the chat, and I'll keep welcoming people as they come. Where everybody's from. My name is Janine Zakaria. I'm coming to you from Redwood City, California. And this was sort of my initiative to do this because I have two daughters who are Anna is 13 and Edie is 10. And we did the Explornatura camp with Massi for the second time this past summer. We went for 4 weeks, and we also went 2 summers ago. So when they were 2 years younger, so 8 and 11, we also did 4 weeks, and we loved it so much the first time that we replicated the exact same thing, the same 4 weeks. We rented the same house, and we had a spectacular time both times. So I thought that, I really, there's so much to love about the camp and the Tamarindo experience that we had as a family, both for my kids who were able to learn some Spanish, but also for me and my husband who really loved the parents that we met while we were there and the social life that we had there and the people. So I just thought it would be a nice way for some people who were thinking about camps to know about it. And so I wanted to be available also if there's questions about like what it's like from a parent's perspective or for our kids and living there. But I think Massi's going to do a brief intro and then we can have more of an informal conversation about it. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Massi. Okay? I'm traveling through United States right now. I live in Costa Rica with my wonderful wife, and she's there with us too as well. And
Hi.
Mhm. I just was in Estes Park in Colorado, and there I was assistant to a experiential international conference for experiential education to get more about what we can do in our camps, because that is that we do. We get the kids with the experience and alternative ways to learn the Spanish when they are with us, always experiencing the nature and the outdoor activities that we do. And now I'm in New Orleans because I'm attending another conference here for outdoor recreation. So I'm part of the American Association of Outdoor Recreation, so I came to another conference here. So I'm traveling around. Now everybody's seeing my screen that I'm sharing. Yep.
Yeah, we
Okay.
see
Very good.
my daughter in the middle there with the heart sunglasses and the hat.
Oh.
Okay, good. Okay. Our Spanish summer camp. Okay, who we are. I always like to start explaining why we are called sometimes for different names. Okay. Dana, then he was the founder, the guy and his family, that is in the right back corner. Okay. He started ISLS, that is the Institute of Spanish Language, in 1992. Okay. He started these camps for his daughters. He has 2 daughters, and the picture is just one. I couldn't find the picture of Sequoia, that now she's a lawyer. And he started first this team camp because he couldn't find any camp that would get the Spanish lessons and also the surf and other outdoors activities. And then later, years later, Sienna came to the family and he started a children program for Sienna. But in 2018, Sienna was not a child anymore and Sequoia was not a teenager. And for many years, I've been working with Dana in all the logistics and the camp and the preparations for everything. That's why we decided that Explornatura, my company, will take over the camps and I will run it under his supervision. But when you are in Costa Rica, you are going to be in the Explornatura Spanish Summer Camp. Our mission is to combine the Spanish learning with adventure and cultural immersion for children and for teens. Where is the camp? The camp is located in Tamarindo. It's in the North Pacific of Costa Rica. And our base camp is in Roca Mística. Roca Mística is a private facility that is just for our camp, where we have dorms, pools, recreational spaces. It's just 10 minutes from Tamarindo Beach. I also, in that time of the year, I move over there. I have an apartment and I inside the complex with all the team that work with us. And the dates are from June 15 to August 10. We go 8 weeks, 9 weeks. We go 9 weeks, and you can go for 1 or multiple weeks, okay? As Janine told you, she went for 4 weeks. We have families to go for 1 week, and we have families that go for 9 weeks. That's why we have a big range. This is a picture of the facilities that we have over there, okay, with our own swimming pool, basketball court, tennis court, and also the area where we give the classes. We have the children program. Then we start with the pre-K program that is from ages from 2 to 5 years old. Those are, they don't have regular Spanish lessons. What they do have is that they learn Spanish through games, songs, and activities, okay, focusing on the natural language exposure. The teachers that are going to be taken care of there are not going to speak any English, okay? In the camp in general, we do have teachers that speak English, okay? But the majority just speak Spanish. And with the pre-Ks, we always just put the one that just speak Spanish, in the way that the interaction is more, and they start the learning process in a natural way than all of us learn our language. That was listening to somebody that was taking care of us speaking in a language. Also, we have the elementary school program from ages from 6 to 10. Those groups do have 2 hours every day of regular Spanish education, okay? And the rest of the day, they will have cultural projects, traditional games, and we do adventure trip fields.
Sorry, Massi. I think, Katie, do you have a question?
Yeah, I did. Sorry about that. It was just so it's total Spanish immersion for both pre-K and the elementary school program. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. That's what I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. And let me go back here. Okay. And for the kids from elementary school, we divided from groups from 6 to 8 and 9 to 10 years old. When they are in the 2 first hours of classes, sometimes we combine them depending their Spanish lessons. We don't have more than 6 kids on the table with the teacher, right? But after the 2 hours, we divide it just by their age. That way, when we play the games, we have kids with similar ages playing to each other, okay? And we have the middle schoolers. The middle schoolers that are 11 to 13 years old. they receive 16 hours of Spanish lessons, okay? More than the other kids that they receive 10. And what we like is to prepare them for what are going to be the challenges when they get to high school in the Spanish learning. That's why they have a little bit more of Spanish lessons, but they share the same space and they do the same activities as the other kids. It's just that they have more Spanish lessons. Then we have the team program. The team program runs from 13 to 17 years. What is included for the teens? The teens have 4 hours of Spanish lessons every day. And after that, they do have surfing, cultural projects, adventure tours, volunteer service in a turtle conservation center, beach cleanups, and reforestations that we do in the area of Tamarindo. We have the options of day campers and residential campers. For the day campers, the program goes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and includes the Spanish lessons in both of them and the meals that all of them receive the meals per day and transportation from town to our location in Roca Mística. And the residential campers stay with us in Roca Mística. We have dorms over there, 24/7 supervision, and also includes evening activities, weekend excursions, and other activities that we do with local youth groups of the community. What is a typical day at the camp? Right? Every day, the drop-off is in Tamarindo town at 8 a.m. We provide the transportation. Actually, we ask you for you to be there at 7:40. We provide the transportation to the camp. As I say, they receive the Spanish lessons. They have 2 breaks per day. And also, one of them we give snacks and the lunch. And every day we have different activities for them. As Monday, we have the beach day where we go and swim on the ocean. On Tuesdays, we have the different field trips. Then we go to a boat trip to the river estuary in Tamarindo, visit local farms, zip lining, and other activities. Wednesdays and Thursdays, we have the pool time, cooking classes, and dancing lessons. And on Fridays, we do our graduation. Then we invite all the parents to go there to see what the kids learned during the week. And we say goodbye to the kids that are leaving that week. And after that, they have included surfing lessons. Every day, we finish at 2 p.m. in Tamarindo, where we bring the kids back. After 2 p.m. are optional activities that you can take for the kids. Surfing lessons, cooking classes, extra Spanish lessons that are very popular as well, and babysitting service. If you need, then we take care of your kids after 2 p.m. It is a pleasure for us to do it. The parents' experience. The parents have the opportunity to take Spanish lessons for adults that are happening at the same time as the kid program. That way your kid can be over there receiving the lessons and you will be in a different building. We don't want that your kids see you receiving your own Spanish lessons. And after the camp, we can organize surf lessons for you too, tours and different activities that you can do during the day. And the most important part, as Janine told you, is the community of parents that are supporting each other. We do offer our concierge service. Our concierge is going to be your direct contact. If you want to know anything about your kids, we take regularly pictures of what they're doing. The concierge service is going to send it for you. It is in there to assist your families in any booking accommodations, transportation, or just give you general information about you can do in Tamarindo. We also help you with accommodations options for the families that are going there. We do have our own a complex of beachfront apartments that is right in town, and we can help you to find houses or different condos that in Tamarindo is a big option for there. And basically, that is the regular information that we have for the camp. Now I would like to give Janine the opportunity to talk a little bit more about that parent experience, and then is a very important part of our camp.
Yeah, thanks, Massi. That was a great overview. So just a few things quickly, and then we'll have more of a conversation. But for me, it was really important for my kids to learn some Spanish. They don't have it, and they are in a K-8 school, and so they don't have it regularly. So it was great for them to get a foundation in Spanish. The teachers are really, really talented and very nurturing. So my kids love the teachers. And it was just great to see how quickly they were learning. Massi is super organized and really friendly and excellent to work with, and he's always a WhatsApp text away, and it's wonderful also to have the concierge available. But for me, I also just loved, I don't know how many people on the call have been to Tamarindo, but um, basically we didn't get in a car for a month, except if we went on an excursion, then we got in a van. Like literally we walked out of the house in our rubber shoes, with all these rubber shoes. If you go, I'll show you the shoes. And we walked to this drop off, and Massi always says 7:40, but I knew they weren't really leaving till 7:50. So usually we get there 7:50, and I dropped the kids, and then I went to beach yoga, or I went to Pilates. They have the best Pilates instructor there in town, and I can tell you about that too if you want later. But and then I would like go have my breakfast on the beach, and then I would go for a walk with my husband or myself, and then like maybe do a little work and then go pick them up. I mean, it was so idyllic. It's so easy to live there as a family. And like I said, we rented a house, so we were able to, we had a pool and it was amazing, and we would have people over, and just so super fun overall. So with that, I don't know if people want to just, you could raise your hand, and then I could call on people. EP, do you have a question there? You're listed as EP.
Oh, no, you went out for a minute.
We're out for a minute.
Yeah.
So does anybody have any questions? Don't be shy. I can't really see anybody's faces or anything, or anybody want to share anything about what they're hoping to get out of?
I guess I can
Yeah.
make a comment. I just wanted the group to know that maybe everyone has been looking at places to stay already. I don't know, but I rented a place already about 2 months ago, and that you need to move swiftly. That inventory is, you just got to kind of start looking already, kind of thing. Do you think?
I don't know, Massi, maybe you could speak to that. I mean, I booked quite quickly.
Yeah.
When I knew we were going to do it.
Maybe you said you had a place on the beach. It's just I didn't know about that, but I found that there are places, but if you want certain criteria, you should start looking now. It's a very popular place, right?
Yeah, that is the key. Okay. If you want exactly what you need, you should do it as soon as possible. Okay. If you want to meet certain criteria, okay. Are several options over there, but with the time come, the best places get rented, and that happen all the time. For example, Laura, my wife, she always she helped families to find places, and many times we have, okay, give me just a general idea of what is available. It's very hard for us to give you a general idea without dates, okay? Because everything is available, and we can send you the information of one place, and that place can get booked for the next day. Okay? That's why if you want specific things, it would be good to look at in advance, but the inventory is pretty big, and you always want to find something, even like with short notice, but I highly recommend, say, to book in advance.
I have a question as well about the camp. So, for example, if I were to put my kids in the first week or for 2 weeks consecutively, and they really liked it, is there a possibility for them to do another week and we could book it while we're on the ground? Or is this something we should do in advance because there may not be the spaces available?
Okay. are certain weeks that get booked in advance pretty fast. Okay. We have a limit in the location that we have right now. We have a limit of 50 kids, okay, that we can get over there. And last year, all the weeks were less than 50, okay? But the year before of that, we have booked 4 of the 9 weeks. That's why that is something that we cannot guarantee the space. Sometimes it's space and sometimes not.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, can you provide more details on the 2 hours of Spanish classes? Are like, okay, that is a question that is in the chat. Okay. Every Monday, when we get the kids, the first thing that the teachers do is they start to make an evaluation to the kids to see their Spanish level. Okay. We try to put all the kids in a similar Spanish level. Something that we highly encourage the kids is that they speak some Spanish than actually speaking Spanish to us, because many times they're shy, they don't want to speak Spanish, and in the middle of the week we realize that they are not in the right level because they were not speaking to us. That's why we didn't notice until we 2 or 3 days later we see that they understand what exactly what we're. Why? On Monday, that is the first thing that we do. Talk with them, make games, and be sure that they are in the right levels. Then it's gonna be 1 hour where they practice in the whiteboard. Okay, the teacher is on the whiteboard and they go everything about their writing and the grammatical part of everything. And then we have a break. And for the second hour, they are going to talk. And we are going to practice songs, different things. Like say, every Friday we have a graduation. That's why during the week they are practicing what they are going to say during the graduation. And that is the way that we teach them. One part is going to be about the writing, and the other part is going to be about the speaking. We encourage them to speak Spanish all the time, but we don't force them to speak Spanish to each other. Okay, they can communicate in Spanish or English with their classmates. The teachers that we have with them, all of them have much experience teaching. Some of them are certified educators, okay, in a second language, and some of them are ladies that we've been training for years, and they have a lot of practice working with kids. And of course, if some parents sometimes, you're welcome, Erin. Sometimes the parents want that we teach specific things, and for that is that we have the extra Spanish lessons, because we can reinforce different parts with the extra Spanish lessons after.
Okay, anybody have any other questions about the camp or life there?
So I have a couple of general questions. This is just practical stuff. So grocery stores nearby. So my kiddo, like he's neurodivergent and he won't eat food that is outside of a fairly narrow range of stuff that we make for him, but it's pretty common stuff. And so I just wonder if there are grocery stores that sell like, yeah, I don't know, regular stuff, like we feed him canned beans and, I mean, he'll eat, but I'm sure he wouldn't eat gallo pinto or, anything that's mixed or whatnot. And so I just wonder, are there resources there where we can, easily get to the grocery store, get him vegetables, beans, that regular stuff he eats.
So there's the big one, what's it called? Automercado, Massi, that people drive to. There's an
Okay.
Automercado that you could drive to, which is like what is that, like a 7-minute drive, 8-minute drive, something like that. Or take an Uber or whatever if you don't have a car. And they pretty much, it's like a regular Safeway or Lucky's or whatever you have by you, almost identical. I mean, a lot of the same stuff. And then, but even at the Vindy, which I would walk to with groceries. Like I brought my bags, I'm from California. I have a million totes. Like there's, and we would get like Annie's mac and cheese, and they would have goldfish, and they would have, like it's pretty much almost, I mean, I was like making a list for my mother-in-law to bring stuff, but in the end I told her I didn't need her to bring anything because they had everything. So it's pretty well stocked in American stuff. But if there's something specific that you're looking for, I can try and remember if they have it.
Okay, yeah, because it's all pretty run-of-the-mill stuff, but it's like, peanut butter and jelly and
Oh
Ezekiel bread.
yeah.
They probably
Oh
won't
yeah.
yeah. So all of that stuff, it just as long as they've got a grocery store that's big enough, nearby enough, that's all
Oh yeah,
we
no,
would,
totally covered.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then phones is my other question. And so I haven't been to Costa Rica in a long time, so I don't know how the phone networks, if I would get a SIM for my phone and take it down, or if I need to, purchase a phone at a local spot and grab a SIM card there, what's the best way to approach communication these days?
I just used my regular American cell phone down there and just activated international calling, so whether you have Verizon or AT&T, just activate an international plan. And a lot of the places you can just switch on to Wi-Fi so you're not using data.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So very rarely had to use data, and that worked out well. So, but if you wanted to have a local number, because say you're going to be there for 9 weeks and you want people to, but everybody's on WhatsApp. So Massi, do you feel like it matters if you have an American or a local number if you're using WhatsApp?
Okay, most of the communication that we have is through WhatsApp.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you have your own phone, that is the
Yeah.
easiest thing. Okay, and it's Wi-Fi in many places, restaurants, stores, everything. And the house that you rent is going to be Wi-Fi. That's why having your service, just if you get out of the house, you can use it. The people that buy local SIMs to do it always have a hard time in the configuration and on all those things. That's why I highly recommend that you just keep your phone over there and use WhatsApp. And it's the national way of communication of Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, we don't text, we send WhatsApp messages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Before I give you the opportunity to talk again, Ibe, I'm going to read some of the messages that I have here. First, say, can parents visit the school? Yes, you are welcome to come. We have the swimming pool area with chairs over there and shade. You can be there and you can come and visit us anytime. You are welcome anytime. What is a reasonable expectation as to how much Spanish children learn in 2 weeks? Okay, everything depends of what is the base where they are coming, okay? In 2 weeks, definitely they are not, what they are going to learn is gonna be a limit, but kids improve their language pretty fast, okay? Everything depends on the kid. I would say after 2 weeks, definitely they are not going to be speaking fluent, okay? But they are going to have the basis then, and that is what the teacher do. They do, because kids come from 1 or 2 weeks. The teachers are focused that in that week, they learn something that is gonna stick with them for a long time. And that's why we do have the graduations every Friday, because we practice something that they're going to say on Friday. Okay, that's why that is how we do. For example, if the kids come from very basic level, the teachers are going to think, okay, let's teach the parts of the body. Okay, and on Friday you are going to say all the parts of your body. Okay, and they are going to remember that even 2 or 3 months later. Okay, well, what is the name of their parts of their body? If the kids know a little more, say, okay, let's talk about places and what you like. Okay, and then the kids on that week, they will learn about what they like in home, what they like in their vacation, what they like in the school, and those things stick with them. Okay? And see, about the food, I want to talk about the food, okay? We are used to picky eaters, okay? But I want to tell you that it's a very high rate of approval of our lunch, okay? Kids Because of that, even the ones that are a little picky, they see that the other kids are eating, okay? And we don't force them. And we have different options for them. We have one days that we do nachos, another day we do burritos, we do chicken rice. We have different options, and we tell you in advance what is going to be for lunch. If you think that your kids are not going to eat what we have for lunch, then you can pack something, okay? And we accommodate also for any restrictions or allergies that the kid has.
Our next friend, I'm sorry, I don't know your first name from Toronto there, EP.
Sorry, it's Ethna. I just wonder what the cell phone policy is for children at camp. I'm asking because it's they're not allowed in schools here, and I was wondering if you've had kids in the past who've brought school camp phones or other devices to camp, and what your device policy is.
We prefer that they don't bring phones, okay? And if they bring it, they are not going to be able to use it during the camp.
No,
Okay?
that's perfect. That's good.
Yeah, few kids, very few kids bring their phones.
Okay.
And normally with kids in pre-K or elementary, they keep it in their bags. The biggest problem is with kids from middle school.
Okay.
But we are pretty strict and we don't let them use it. They have to ask for permission before they use it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Hi, Katie, go ahead. Wait, unmute, Katie, unmute. You didn't hit it all the way. Okay.
Sorry about that. 2 questions. The lodging options that are on the website, are those options that are exclusive to this program, or just examples of lodging that prior participants have rented? Or I was kind of curious about that. That's one of them. The other one is I was just curious about how much Spanish kids typically have coming into the program. My kids range from one just turned 8 2 days ago and down to 3. And my 8 and 6-year-old takes Spanish in school, but I mean, it's, they might get like 2 hours a week. It's not intensive. And then my others, we do have a nanny who speaks some Spanish to them, but so anyway, I would say they're kind of bare bones. And so I was just curious, is that something you've run into, or is it like wait a couple years so they have more exposure, or is that a problem?
For the housing, I will let Laura speak about.
Sure.
Yes, for the houses, we have different options. We have, as Massi tell, the beachfront apartment. Then this apartment are exclusive for families at camp. The other options are vacational rentals that we can help you look at. As Massi tell you before, we would need some dates to see what is available in order for me to send you the information. If you have some dates that you already know, which weeks are you planning to come, I will help you to look for availability.
And what did, oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm going to answer the other question. Okay. Kids come in many different Spanish levels, and it's beneficial for all the levels that they will come. And the moment that it's right for you to come, don't worry about the part of what is their level. We have different teachers for different levels. And as I say, we divide them by their level. We have many kids that are from dual immersion schools, that many of them are fluent, okay? Those kids, we normally put it separate, okay, for those 2 hours. Just for those 2 hours, we put it separate. But then we have kids in, we rate the levels of Spanish in 12 different levels. And we do have kids from all 12 different levels, and we accommodate for what is their level.
One of the
Yeah.
things that when thinking about housing, like for us, we wanted like a lot of space. We wanted our own pool. Like we wanted to spend a lot and like because we were going to have parents visiting and, we wanted to spread out. So we, rented a house that Massi helped us find the first time. And the second time we just went directly and did it ourselves. The next time they have a lot of these places that can help you. For me, it was also really important to be within walking distance of drop off. And so there may be, that might be something versus like if I saw, Playa Langosta, you might need to rent a golf cart, which is super fun. Like you have the golf cart that everybody rents and the kids love it. And my kids really wanted one. I was like, no, we're just walking. Forget it. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not strong about this. But everything's relatively close. It's just a matter of like, oh no, I want to be in the condo with the pool that they can be with the other kids, or I want my own place, or I want to be right on the beach, or we weren't right on the beach, but we could walk to the beach. So you
Mhm.
just have to decide what you want and then have Masi and Laura help you, or they put you in touch with the people who can help you.
And do most of the students do like the day camp, or was there also a boarding option, or but it sounded like
Boarding option is just for the teenagers, he said.
got it. Okay.
And Masi, how many teenagers were doing it each week, roughly? The boarding option was just a handful, right?
Yeah, we have from 6 to 12. Yeah, teenagers that do the boarding with us.
All right, welcome, Corrine. Any other questions here? Shannon, you have one?
Shannon, you have a question, yeah?
Just a follow up on housing. I'm just wondering about price range for housing. I assume it's I don't know, still the you get what you pay for model. And then I wonder how common it is or to have a dishwasher. We hate doing dishes. So I don't know how common that is in the range of things.
Laura.
Yes, well, the range, it depends. It depends on what you want. If you want a condo with a pool, or if you want a private house with a private pool. So it depends. And it depends also the week that you're coming. Um, so again, I will need to send the dates for me to send the dates to me, and I can show search and let you know what it is. But I right now I don't have the rates. I don't remember very well. But yeah, if you can send me the dates, I can helpful. The dishwasher, yes, I make sure that all the choices that I send you have a dishwasher, washer, and dryer. And also there are a walking distance to the drop-off point and a walking distance to the beach, so you don't need a car. So that's something that I always look for.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but for the range of pricing, okay, are many different prices, okay? But anything from from $200 to $300 per night are
Yeah.
many options in that rate, okay? Than ours have, but then some of them are even go to $3,000-$4,000, and less than 200 is when things start to get like our options are, but are so few good options that we recommend to less than $200, and those are the ones that I say hurry up to take it because are not many on that range that we can recommend to use it. But and I see then Janine
I want to say
is
one thing,
gonna.
and then because remember it's green season, so it's kind of Costa Rica's off season. So I found that things were heavily discounted compared to if you go in December or that time. Yeah. Okay. Another question there from EP.
I just wondered, what is the ratio of students per supervisor or teacher?
When we are in classes, it's a maximum of 6 kids for one teacher in the class. But the total ratio is 5 kids per adult. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. And each time that we go out if we are in the swimming pool or we go to swim in the ocean, also is going to be a professional lifesaver with us. Okay. Lifeguard, a professional lifeguard with us going over there. The day that we have surfing now is because we have one instructor for every 2 kids. That's why we have tons of adults in the water with the kids. But when we go swimming, and if we are swimming in the swimming pool, also is gonna be somebody extra just thinking about safety.
Perfect, thank you.
Massi, I answered a question here about flying into. I mean, we flew into Liberia, and that's a strong recommend for me. I mean, you can go into San Jose, but it's just so convenient to fly into Liberia, this much smaller airport, and only an hour and a half taxi, and Explornatura can send a van for you. It's super easy. But you can do, what is it, 3.5 hours from San Jose by car?
Sometimes 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's
depending
not
on
good. Go to
traffic.
Liberia, definitely.
Liberia is the best option.
A lot of
Except
people,
if you want to travel. If
Right.
you combine the classes, the camp with some traveling time, and the place that you're going to travel is in the other side of the country, makes some sense. But if you are just coming to the North Pacific of Costa Rica, Liberia is your best option.
Yeah, and on this question of whether you need a car, again, I mean, maybe we were unique, Massi. I don't know. I felt like it was somewhat common. We didn't rent a car either time when we went for a month. Like literally didn't rent a car. If we needed to get somewhere, if we were going on an excursion, we were going in a van as part of the excursion that either Massi's concierge arranged, or we did it through, one of the other things there. Or I don't know, we just didn't need it. If you're the type of person who wants to take like little, oh, I want to go up to the Westin tonight, or I want to go up to a different part, or I didn't want to do that. So I mean, I guess you could also just rent it when you need it too, but certainly not 100% necessary.
And
Corinne,
with-
go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to respond about the car, and I'm going to give the opportunity to Corinne to talk
Yeah.
after I respond about the car. Okay, most of the people that rent cars don't use it.
Sorry, hi.
Except, except if you live in
1 second,
Liberia,
Corinne,
if
1
you
second.
rent, if you rent in Langosta, or you rent places that you are 20 minutes away, yes, you use the car. But if you're renting a place that is right in Tamarindo, pretty much everything is walking distance, is Uber there, and our car rental companies, tons of them in town. If you want to get out for the weekend, you can rent the car right in town. We help you, or you go to the rental cars that are over there. But the reality is, if you pick a place that is walking distance from the beach and walking distance from the pickup and drop off, you don't need a car. Yes, Corinne.
Perfect.
Hi, sorry, it's a little hectic here. I had a quick question. So I'm very interested in this for my 3-year-old and myself, most likely not my husband, and I have a baby. And at first I thought I would just leave him home for a week, and then I would come down with my daughter and she could do the camp thing and I could do a little work from home kind of thing. But I was wondering, is there any facilities in Tamarindo that you would recommend, or that you work with for children under the age of 2? Like a daycare kind of thing? Because maybe we'd bring the little guy if there was such a facility at the same time that she would be at camp. Do you guys have any recommendations?
Okay. Last year was the very first time that we accept a 2 years old in the camp, and was with us for 4 weeks. It was a lot of fun. It was with us for 4 weeks. Then we can do is having a babysitter dedicated for your kid at the camp. We can help you with the babysitting, but we need to hire one person. Then their solo responsibility will be taking care of your son. Is there?
He'll be a year old at that point. So
yes, but if we have one person, for your son, yes. But places, daycares, then take care of a 1-year-old doesn't exist in that.
Doesn't exist. Okay, that's really helpful, because that will help us to decide if it's something, if we want to bring him or keep him at grandma's, or but that was really my main question. So thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. And for the car, say again, if you stay, again, to repeat myself, is if you stay in town, in Tamarindo town, walking distance from the beach, and the drop-off and pickup place, don't rent a car. If you rent a place where it's 15, 20 minutes away, then it's very convenient to have a car for pickups and drop-offs. And the question about, do people stay with a local family or mostly private rental? Mostly private rentals. We have few families that stay with local families, but to explain to you, Tamarindo is a town built for tourists, was not a local town, never, okay? The tourist industry created Tamarindo. The closest town where local people, most of the local people live, is called Villarreal. And it is 15, 20 minutes from Tamarindo. And there are not many options of local families that can have enough space for another family to come. Okay? But we can, if you want to explore that venue, we can help you to look for those families.
Okay, Katie had a question.
Yes, where is the drop off and pickup location?
It is in a place, we rent a space of another school right in the middle of town. If you Google, look for Alice Treehouse or Waffle Monkey. We always tell the people Waffle Monkey because it's a place that sells waffles, and waffles are really good and easy to find everywhere.
I just
Okay,
add
and
Oh,
the,
monkey. And then I'm trying to find how do I get there?
I just send you the locations and the chat.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so much.
I put the waffle monkey.
Corinne, do you have another question?
I don't know. Thanks.
Yeah.
And how far are the kids riding the bus from the drop off to the camp?
10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes. And I normally make a race with them. I with my bike all the time. And I make 11 minutes. They make 10, I make 11. I drive my back, the bike both ways and pick up some drop-offs. Pretty fast.
So is the drop off is that where they do the classes each day, or yeah, but I think I missed that part.
No, the place in there, Alice Treehouse,
Yep.
you do your drop-off there. Your drop-off is my pickup, okay? Pick them up there. And we transport to Roca Mística, that is 10 minutes away.
Got it.
And
Okay.
then we take them back there. We never change pickup or drop-off place or time. Never, ever. Always is gonna be same time, same place.
Okay, any other last questions here or anything? Okay, well, I hope this has been really helpful for people. Again, I only did this just because I'm a huge fan. I'm going to put my favorite yoga place in here too if you want to look at it. Marielle cried when I had to leave. And here's my email, JanineZacharia@gmail.com. If you want any more parent questions, or if you want your kid to talk to one of my kids or whatever. And then Massi and Laura's emails, I imagine you have from the website or from the invite to this. So anyway, hope you'll enjoy learning about this opportunity.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming.
Okay, hasta pronto, Massi and Laura.
Pura vida.
Okay.
Pura
Bye.
vida. Okay, bye. I'll send you the link.
Okay.